All right, folks, Yishai Fleisher here on a tour of the Temple Mount. It's actually the last day of Hanukkah, a day of the 8 candles. Lots of energy here right now, and it's just special to be here with Jewish people in the very place that was liberated on Hanukkah some 2,200 years ago from the Syrian Greeks who had really violated this place. The place turned into a den of Greco religion, Hellenism, Zeus, and the destruction of the Jewish values of this place. That's what happened before the Maccabees came and cleaned out this temple, the temple that was here in the Temple Mount. Today, Jews go up in prayer and in song, and I'm here today with my mama and my boys, and a very special day to come up here on Hanukkah specifically. Hanukkah, the rededication of the temple. Let me turn the camera around for a second, and you'll see where I am. Okay, there is the Temple Mount. Underneath there is the foundation stone. The foundation stone is the thing that is, according to Judaism, the foundation of this world, where Abraham began his life as a Jew by circumcising himself, according to some Midrashim, and according to some Jewish lore, and according to the Bible, the story of the binding happens up here. And that's why this place is sanctified. It's sanctified, and this is the place where one temple stood and a second temple stood, and we're working on that third temple here. And right now, there is this convenient Muslim site, convenient in the sense that it has retained the holiness and the memory and the location of the importance of this site. And that itself is very important. You could see Arabs right now walking in places where Jews don't walk because there are aspects of this place that are sanctified to a degree that Jews do not dare walk on it. There's punishment involved in walking in the inner courtyards of where the temple was. Today I'm walking with a group, and this group is here, and they're singing already. They're singing, they're talking, and they're praying. And we will be stopping to pray in just a minute. Behind us, in front of that group, is the Mount of Olives, and the Mount of Olives communities, and also the Mount of Olives cemetery, which is a big, I think it's 180,000 Jewish tombs. And on top of that cemetery, there's actually a hotel called the Seven Arches Hotel. And that is famous for being the place that in the time that the temple was destined to be destroyed, that the Shekhinah, God's presence, first went out to the Mount of Olives before it left Jerusalem totally. Well, the presence of God is back in our time. Okay, it's back in our time. And here we are walking. And now I'm walking backwards in deference to the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is not itself something to be worshipped. It is the presence of God, of course. It's not the place. It's that God hangs out in this place. That's what it's all about. Look at this beautiful couple with their kids. And of course, you'll notice that most people here are not wearing leather shoes. I'm not wearing leather shoes because we're not supposed to wear leather shoes on this place. And the reason we don't wear leather shoes is because we are not the bosses up here. God is the boss. That's what my Rabbi Tendler, taught us, that the reason you don't wear leather shoes up here is because when you wear leather, you're saying, I'm the boss over the animals, and the animals are the bosses over the earth and the vegetation, and the vegetation is the boss over the rocks. And so today we say, well, we're not the boss, you're the boss. And so we take off our leather shoes to show that we're not the bosses of this world. We don't control it. There are ladies that are prostrating themselves here on the Temple Mount, and that has become legal. Yes, that is something that is being done. They are prostrating themselves. Amazing. Look, there are more people that are prostrating themselves here towards the Temple Mount. There's my son. And they're prostrating themselves towards the heart of the Temple Mount, which is the Holy of Holies, which is where the foundation stone is, which is where in the first temple, the Ark of the Covenant stood. And so that is why that is considered the most holy place, the most concentrated of God's presence, as it were, most present in this most holy place. And so people are now allowed to prostrate themselves. Jews were not allowed to pray up here not so long ago, but thank Hashem, we are eroding the bad laws, bad policies, I would dare say jihadist policies against Jewish people's normal behavior up here. And so that is what's happening. We are praying here and we are connecting to this special place. And the bad policies of not allowing Jewish prayer up here have been, Baruch Hashem, thank God, reversed. And that has been actually because of the last two ministers, including Minister Ben-Gvir and before him Minister Gilad Erdan, who have challenged that awful status quo of not allowing us to pray normally. So right now you will see that we congregate together, we pray, and you can see now Jews saying all kinds of prayers. Right now it's the afternoon prayer, and people prostrating themselves in full. Amen. All right, I'm here with my imam on the Temple Mount. So since your return to the land of Israel, you have made going up to the Temple Mount a very central part of your life, going up at least once a week, sometimes even more. And everybody here knows you, all the police and the various other activists. So my first question is, why have you made this such a central part of your regular life? What's so important about it for you?
You know, different people get connected to different places, the beautiful holy places in our holy land, and I've been kind of lucky to feel like a special connection to Har HaBayit. And as you keep going on the Har HaBayit, you realize more and more that Har HaBayit is a central part of Jerusalem. And entire Jerusalem is kind of a city that built around it. And it makes me like feel that I am a part of a huge and very important endeavor that Jewish people are undertaking nowadays. So as we say, as we remember the words of national Jewish poet Uri Tzvi Greenberg, those that Sholet Har HaBayit, Sholet B'Aretz Kol, they control the Temple Mount, they control the entire land of Israel. So that's it.
Now, today is the 8th day of Hanukkah.
Yes.
8th day of Hanukkah. You are a type of amateur historian, in the sense that you don't do it professionally, but do you think that being up here on Hanukkah is special? I started this shoot today by saying that this was the very day that this holiday celebrates the liberation of the Temple Mount. And I was reading today the account of what was happening here in the Temple Mount before the Maccabees showed up. It was written by Chagi Ben Artzi. And he writes that really they turned it into a full Greco-Hellenistic place, and that it really had to be cleaned out.
Sanctified from the beginning. Right, and
that Yehuda, they said to him, they were all brokenhearted. He said, today's not a day to be brokenhearted. Today's a day to be positive. We got to get to the work of cleaning, right?
Right. Right, so Judah did it, so we have to do it too. We're walking in their steps.
Okay, final question to you is, you've now been going up to the Temple Mount for a few years. Have you seen a change? What is that change in both what the police, what the State of Israel allows, and also the Arab reaction to Jewish presence here, and also the amount of Jews that are interested and are no longer afraid of various concerns, including some rabbis who say that we don't know where exactly to go here, so we shouldn't go. Like, have you seen, what are the changes that you've seen over the past few years?
The change is huge. The biggest change is kind of outward, like physical. You can see that nowadays you can pray, you can sing, like it's a lost year.
And bow.
And bow down, and all is good. But the major change in spiritual, you see the amount of people that are coming here is, I don't know, like 10 times more than in the beginning. It used to be times that we didn't have a million here on the mountain. And before me, people like would go, and there were 3 or 4 people or something like that. But now, it's not only the many more people are coming, but many different people are coming. We have here tremendous amount of Haredim, for instance.
Ultra-Orthodox.
Well, ultra-Orthodox that didn't come before, and now they are like, we have black hats all over the mountain. And we have also a lot of people who are not not religious, that are not
Normatively religious.
normatively
Right.
religious,
Observant, right.
observant or
Right.
whatever, or they're coming in big amounts. We have schools, we have army, we have army preparatory schools, and we have all kind of organizations that are coming in. As for Arabs, we see them less and less.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the beginning, they used to be like in your face, Allahu Akbar. Now we hardly see. Do you see anybody? No.
I see a little bit in the outskirts.
There, yeah, but they are way less active, which tells me that we shouldn't relax you too much, because it's very often a sign of maybe something's cooking, something is preparing.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for coming up with me and the boys here for Hanukkah, 8th day of Hanukkah. It's a special day to be up here.
It's a special day, and it's a special day, and it's especially special for me to come up here with my beloved son and my lovely grandchildren. This is like what is called a Jewish nachas. This is the top of the Jewish nachas.
Very good.
That's it.
That's right. Top of the Jewish nachas here on the Temple Mount with my mom, Dr. Fleisher. Thank you so much for being with us. And I'm going to let you go and continue to worship and to spend some time with the grandkids. And we'll continue to videotape here, or whatever it's called, shoot up here. And I want to thank also my assistant, Israel, for doing a great job. And also prostrating and bowing here. Of course, we're not just filming, but we're taking the time to pray, to talk to God, to thank God for all the miracles, to ask God for strength, and to pray for the fulfillment of Jerusalem to be built in toto. And that redemption, which is happening right now, the rebuilding of Jerusalem, will not be complete until that third temple stands in Jerusalem. In the meantime, we are part of the great ingathering and the great rebuilding. And the presence of Jews on this place and the prayers that are happening here are an amazing testament to that return, that ingathering and the rebuilding of Jerusalem. We are now above the, just close to being above the Western Wall, which is so famous, the Wailing Wall. And one of the great misnomers of the Jewish story is that the Western Wall is so holy to the Jews. Yes, but the Western Wall was really the western outcropping of the Temple Mount, which was greatly added onto by Herod, King Herod. And really, the Western Wall was where the shopping and the preparation for going up to the Temple Mount actually happened. In the ancient world, it would have been kind of laughable to think of the Western Wall as really a big holy spot. But today, it is holy in the sense that it is a national synagogue, a national place of prayer, and everybody gathers there. So the Western Wall is fabulous, it's great, it's important, it is a great synagogue, it is kind of a national meeting place, but it is not the holy place that people think of it as. It's actually kind of the waiting place for that, for getting up on the Temple Mount. I think we just saw, hold on, I'm not sure what's happening here, but I think I saw a kid try to light a candle, a Hanukkah candle up here, but the police took that away, and there's some discussion about that. But okay, but all right. You know, people here, there's a little candle that's up here, and the police officer is not so happy about that. See, that's what's so funny. On the one hand, there's growth, and on the other hand, there's still very much limitation as well. We're still limited in what is allowed to be done up here. And this kid lighting a candle is a Hanukkah candle is seen as a piece of troublemaking, which he will be here. He's being you could see he's being taken away and detained. Not a big detainment. And this police officer is not letting us pray here right now. He's telling us that we can't stay. He's telling us that we can't stay here right now for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, police is trying to get us off, and we are singing Al Hanisim, singing the song of Hanukkah about the miracles of those days in our time. Israeli police watching us, making sure that we're safe. On the other hand, trying to herd us off the mount. And the Jewish people here facing the Temple Mount and waiting for that day of retaking that Temple Mount. What do you think? Nice singing? That's right. It's happy, it's beautiful, and it gladdens the heart. And that's the interesting aspect here, which is that there's a duality here. On the one hand, there's so many things that are not perfect and limiting, and on the other hand, there's such a movement forward, and there's a sense of joy that we are praying about the miracles of the past that are happening in our times. All right, folks, from the Temple Mount, Yishai signing off and blessing you. I want to take this moment to bless you and to think about you and to send you blessings for wherever you are out there in the world, from this holy place, from Hanukkah, from the land of Israel, from the Holy Land, from the good land, a place of blessings. God bless you. Don't forget to be part of it, to support, to like, comment, subscribe. Go to our web store and support us through fightforisrael.org and buymeacoffee.com/Yishai. And of course, the greatest support is to connect to the God of Israel. God bless you folks wherever you are. From the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, happy Hanukkah and Shalom.